You can't walk into an ice cream shop and scream plucking horse spit. They'll kick you out of the ice cream shop. They say you can't have ice cream. Hold on to your hats. You know, all season I've never started a hat picks video like that. It wasn't worth it. Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where I look around the NHL at the stuff that made me smile, the stuff that was the best, the wow factor stuff. And before we do number one, I gotta sort of give some context here. This hat pick is from Game 6 of the Colorado Avalanche San Jose Sharks series, and we're shooting this on the day of Game 7. So if something happens in Game 7, well, I haven't seen it yet because it hasn't happened. Noted Avalanche fan, producer Drew, is a wreck. He is just shaking, trembling. He hasn't even had a coffee today. He doesn't need it. Game 7 nerves. I'm well aware. What's that like in the second round? I bet it's great. I want to start with Philip Grubauer robbing Mr. Playoff Goals, as we've already established, Logan Couture.
Timo Meier, right in front, Couture, a huge stop, still loose, and Grubauer with his best of the night. Couture can't believe that he missed it.
Okay, so what we often see with these like crazy goalie saves, especially the sticking out the leg saves, that was very athletic, you like that, is that it wasn't actually a good shot. Yes, the goalie stretched and sprawled and it was a desperation spectacle and it was great, but it's usually better in real time. Because you go, whoa, and then you see the overhead and you're like, he shot it right at his knee. This was actually incredible. We talked about it recently in the videos. Logan Couture, second in playoff goal scoring since 2010, only behind Alex Ovechkin. I never would have guessed that. When it comes to playoff hockey, this guy is an assassin and he never gets talked about. He gets set up by Timo Meier, who deked out half of the Avs, and Grubauer, who didn't they not even know he was gonna be the starter heading into the series? Like, it's probably gonna be him, but it might not be. Pulls this off. And here he is making huge saves in the second round while Brooks Orpik and the Caps got knocked out in the first round. Remember that? Grubauer is on the Avalanche because the Caps, fresh off a Stanley Cup win, traded Orpik to the Avalanche as a cap dump. They bought him out and then he re-signed with the Caps, which is literally cap circumvention, but the opposite of Caps circumvention. He didn't circumvent the cap. Anyway, show the save again. That was terrible.
Timo Meier, right in front, Couture, a huge stop, still loose, and Grubauer with his best of the night.
So that was a great save, but obviously it was from Game 6. We don't know what's going to happen in Game 7 yet. Drew, this is where your editing prowess will come in. A pre-recorded Game 7 congratulations are due to the San Jose Sharks. Like when Doc's like, waffle boarded. I want that. Number 2. We all grow up dreaming about scoring a Game 7 overtime winner. There's nothing better than that, some of you might say. And you're all wrong, factually wrong. A double OT Game 7 winner is better. Fact. So here's Patrick Maroon scoring one.
Blues face 53 shots. Blues control. This is Thomas. Thomas shoots. Gets behind it. It's knocked in by Maroon.
This is just a great play by that whole line, man. Noted former Leaf, which one of the St. Louis Blues am I talking about? Tyler Bozak gets the face-off win. Patrick Maroon flicks it to Rob Thomas. Rob Thomas with the dangles, looking smooth. You see, kids, back in the day, there was a song with Carlos Santana. And anyway, you've never heard of him, you say. I'm old. He takes a shot, it's partially stopped, and it's just sitting there. Ah! And Patrick Maroon, the hometown boy who took a hometown discount this summer, criminally low cap hit for the St. Louis Blues, buries it. It's too perfect, it's too beautiful. In overtime, number 2. Signs there because that's where his family is, man. And then they show his son in the stands and it's all too beautiful. It's all too hockey. You know, I've spent a lot of these playoffs complaining about certain things. And I mean, listen, there's lots of things to complain about, lots of things that make me say, dang it. This was a reminder, unless you're a Stars fan, of the beautiful in playoff hockey. And you know what? Full credit to the Dallas Stars because, as I've alluded to on this channel before, around Christmas time, they were getting lambasted by, who was it, their president or owner or both, calling them plucking horse spit and all sorts of other things you can't say. You can't walk into an ice cream shop and scream plucking horse spit. They'll kick you out of the ice cream shop. They say you can't have ice cream. I'm speaking from experience. And they go on to get a wild card spot and then come within a goal of the third round of the Final Four. That's a hat pick. But you know who was in even worse shape around the time Jim Light said plucking horse spit? The Blues! Those guys were in last! And now they're one of 4 teams remaining. Well, there's still 5 at the time we're shooting this. Don't worry, Drew. This guy's worried. The Blues, they're gonna face the Avs. I have faith. How well did this age? Let me know in a comment down below. Really, it's 2 inspiring teams, 2 teams that had a rough go and overcame them. And unfortunately, it's written in the rules. It's a little snafu that only one team can win a series. They don't just tie after 1 overtime. No, it's got to go to double overtime. And if anyone was going to score, though, at least for poetic beauty in the sport, had to be Patty Maroon. So that's that hat pick. Here's my last one. A hat pick goes to the Carolina Hurricanes organization and the New York Islanders organization. I've talked about it before, but you talk about 2 incredible stories this season. The Hurricanes are a bit more of an exercise in the bizarre. They get this new owner, and we're not really sure what they're all about. They want to get better, so then they trade Jeff Skinner for a bunch of magic beans. Then there's this bizarre quote mid-season about, no, we have to draft a forward. None of this best player available thing, we need a forward. Why'd you trade that forward? And in the middle of saying that, there's all these Michael Furlan trade rumors. I'm like, that guy's a forward. Can someone get the owner a roster sheet, please? They have a goaltending trio of Scott Darling, Curtis McElhinney, and Peter Mrazek. They send Darling down. Oh, this is going great. McElhinney and Mrazek are ridiculous. And they latch on to this bunch of jerks thing. It's like every game they play, in the first round, they didn't play the Caps. In the second round, they didn't play the Islanders. And in the third round, they're not going to play the Bruins. Every round the Hurricanes play, they are playing to beat Don Cherry on the ice. They're a great story, and they continue to be. I don't know where this is going to go, but all I know is if they do the thing, you know the thing, if they do the thing, it's got to be a storm surge with the cup, because it's going to drive people nuts and it'll be awesome. This is a disgrace. Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. But I got to also give a hat pick to the Islanders organization. Myself, along with many people, gave them no shot. Like, forget not making the playoffs. A lot of people had them not making the playoffs. A lot of people had them as contenders for last place in the league. Luckily, the Sens were like, wait just a minute. Okay, the Islanders might not have handled the Tavares thing right, but we can't handle anything right. That's unnecessary. They're not even in this. They haven't played for over a month, and I'm still doing it. But not even just losing John Tavares, the Filppula signing, the Komarov signing, the Matt Martin trade. Thomas Greiss was awful last season, and they keep him, and then their answer in net is they bring in Robin Lehner, and it's like, I don't know. And it was basically just a team of redemption stories. Robin Lehner may be most notably among them, but the new guys, the guys who were already there, they all came together and won so many games as a team. And their fearless leader, Barry Trotz, completely changed that team around. Lou Lamoriello comes in and changes the whole organization around. And this, to me, was incredible. It's game 4. The Islanders are about to get swept. The game is over. Barry Trotz and Thomas Greiss talk it over, and they were talking about letting Robin Lehner end the season in net. I've talked about the St. Louis Blues, I've talked about the Dallas Stars, I've talked about the Carolina Hurricanes. The NHL is a 31-team league. If you look around hard enough, you'll find plenty of fantastic stories. I don't know if any of them are as fantastic as the New York Islanders. They're a hat pick, their whole season. Plastic snakes and all, because why not? It was Pajama Boy against the Redemption Boys, the Redemption Men. And they didn't do the thing, but they did a bunch of things. They're a hat pick for sure. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any more hat picks, just in your own opinion, leave them in a comment down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. We still have 2 more rounds of hat picks to go. Well, actually one more game. I wonder how it went. Just know that the whole time I predicted the Sharks